Robert Adams was an extraordinary spiritual teacher whose life and teachings continue to inspire countless seekers of truth around the world. He was not a man of grand gestures, nor did he seek recognition or fame. Instead, he embodied a quiet, profound wisdom that pointed to the eternal truth within all of us. A disciple of the great Indian sage Sri Ramana Maharshi, Robert Adams dedicated his life to guiding others on the path of self-realization, a path rooted in simplicity, silence, and the timeless teachings of Advaita Vedanta. Born in 1928 in the United States, Robert's early years were marked by an innate spiritual sensitivity. From a very young age, he experienced mystical phenomena that set him apart from others. At the age of 16, his spiritual awakening deepened under the mentorship of Joel S. Goldsmith, a renowned mystic and spiritual teacher. Goldsmith recognized the extraordinary light in Robert and played a pivotal role in shaping his journey. Yet, even under Goldsmith's guidance, it became clear that Robert's destiny lay beyond the shores of the United States. It was Goldsmith who encouraged Robert to visit Paramahansa Yogananda, the famous author of Autobiography of a Yogi. When Robert met Yogananda at the Self-Realization Fellowship, he initially sought to be initiated as a monk. But Yogananda, with his intuitive insight, saw a different path for Robert. He advised him to travel to India to meet his true spiritual master, Sri Ramana Maharshi. Yogananda's advice carried an urgency as Ramana's health was failing, and Robert did not hesitate. He embarked on a journey to the sacred land of Arunachala, a journey that would transform his life forever. When Robert arrived at Sri Ramanasramam, he entered the presence of Ramana Maharshi, one of the most revered sages of modern times. For the last 3 years of Ramana's life, Robert remained by his side, absorbing the silent teachings of self-inquiry and non-duality. Ramana did not teach through words alone. His presence emanated the pure truth of the self, and for Robert, being in his proximity deepened his understanding of his own awakening. It was through this silent communion that Robert realized the ultimate reality, the eternal, unchanging truth of who we are beyond the mind and body. After Ramana's passing, Robert returned to the West, carrying with him the essence of the teachings he had absorbed. Unlike many spiritual teachers, Robert chose not to write books, create institutions, or attract large followings. He preferred to remain under the radar, teaching only a small group of sincere seekers. His reluctance to seek fame was rooted in his understanding that true realization cannot be commodified or mass-produced. It is an intimate, personal journey that each individual must undertake for themselves. Robert's teachings were deeply rooted in the practice of jnana yoga, the yoga of knowledge. At the core of his message was the practice of self-inquiry, asking the question, who am I? He taught that by persistently turning our attention inward and investigating the source of the I thought, we could dissolve the illusions of the mind and uncover our true nature. For Robert, the mind was not the solution, but the obstacle. He often said, the only burden you've ever had in your life is your own mind. This profound statement encapsulates the essence of his teachings, that all suffering arises from identification with the mind, and freedom lies in transcending it. One of the most remarkable aspects of Robert's teaching was its simplicity. He often emphasized that enlightenment is not a distant goal or a complex process. It is our natural state, always present, but obscured by the incessant activity of the mind. He would remind his students, true happiness does not depend on a person, place, or thing. It is a state of being that remains forever. Robert also had a unique perspective on the role of the teacher. He often said, the teacher is truly yourself. You created the teacher to wake yourself up. For him, the teacher was not an external authority, but a mirror reflecting the student's own potential for awakening. In this sense, Robert viewed the teacher-student relationship as a dream within a dream, an aid to waking up from the illusion of separation. Despite his profound teachings, Robert's life remained simple and unassuming. He avoided the trappings of fame and material success, choosing instead to live quietly and dedicate his energy to those who were genuinely seeking the truth. His humility and authenticity endeared him to his students, who recognized in him not just a teacher, but a living embodiment of the peace and freedom he spoke of. Robert's teachings were firmly rooted in the ancient wisdom of the Upanishads, the Vedas, and the timeless philosophy of Advaita Vedanta. He often said that there was nothing new in what he was teaching. The truth he pointed to had been known and practiced for millennia. His role was simply to remind us of what we have always known, but have forgotten in the noise of daily life. Through his teachings, Robert invited us to step out of reactivity and into stillness. He would often say, "Do not react, observe, let go, and know that you are not the mind." In a world obsessed with action and reaction, his words are a call to return to the simplicity of being. They remind us that the ultimate freedom lies not in controlling the external world, but in realizing our inner reality. Robert Adams passed away in 1997, but his teachings continue to resonate with seekers around the world. His words, though simple, carry the power to transform lives. They remind us that beneath the layers of thought, emotion, and identity lies the unchanging truth of who we are, infinite, eternal, and free. As we reflect on his life and teachings, we are reminded that the journey to self-realization is not about adding anything to ourselves, but about letting go of everything that is not us. It is a journey that begins and ends in silence, a silence that Robert embodied so beautifully. For those who truly listen, his teachings are not just words, but a doorway to the infinite. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the teachings and life of Robert Adams. If you found this video insightful, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content like this. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What resonated most with you from Robert Adams's profound wisdom? Share your reflections in the comments section below. Your support helps us grow and continue sharing messages of enlightenment and peace. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.